Good morning, everyone. We want to welcome you to the Sis-Star Soul Love Connection. And we're just a collective of beautiful souls that want to share information and help you on your journey. It's been a very interesting journey for the last month or so for everyone. And we keep learning more. We keep discarding more that no longer serves us. And we keep seeking more. So we're all having a great time. So,
we are. So we
I'd
need
like to say hi to Dawn Price and Madeline Kennedy.
Yes, thank you. Good girl. Okay. Wow. All right. Keep going, Lisa. It's your ball game this time.
Well, we just finished doing the Palladian codes before we set up our meeting. So I hope you all do remember to use those codes whenever and as often as you need to. Again, protect yourself. Let every being in the universe know that you've declared your sacred space and that you have the right to learn, grow, and shed anything and all that comes to you, and it cannot be interfered with. That which is leaving you, please bless it with love. Some, we don't have any explanation why people are leaving us, our animals are leaving us, and we just have to bless that, knowing that it's in their ascension path, that they are in their motion as well as us. So bless them with love. Be grateful and hold that gratitude that they were in your life for those periods of time. There's still more lessons that they'll be sharing with us, or that you'll be rediscovering as you move through more time, move forward.
So you're reminding me, Lisa, of a dream I had last night. It's quite interesting dream. My mom transitioned and went on cosmic vacation September a year ago. And she lived in the house here with me and my sister. And I had a dream last night that I was at the hospital at the front desk with the nurses, who were very friendly. They were used to me coming all the time. And I was asking how my mom was, to check on my mom. And one of the nurses said, you know, you are so interesting, because every time you come here, we have to remind you that your mom is not here anymore. Your mom. However, you're still one that constantly comes to give her love. So she's not in the physical anymore. She's not here in our hospital. And we wish there were more like you, because we have several here in the hospital that their family members don't come check on them at all. And we would love for them to come. But you don't need to keep coming. Your mom is not here. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. And I felt bad, because they showed me a flash of the people that were in distress, that were looking for the love and comfort from a family member or a friend, or just someone to recognize that they are actually still here, instead of acting like they're already gone. Right. And in their case, like dead and buried, so I can forget about you. Interesting. That reminded me of that dream. Okay. I was wondering why I had that dream. Huh?
Yeah. Very interesting. So, it'll be interesting to hear if you have that dream again, now that you've been reminded that she's on her cosmic vacation.
And I have to tell you, I didn't like being reminded of it. It's like, oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. No. Yeah.
We always want that one last time.
Over and over again.
Yes, exactly. So again, if we really listen to what that says, it says, cherish what you have right now. Cherish the people that are in your life right now, and give them the attention that they need. So they might not be hospitalized, but you may not be sharing your attention with them.
So here comes this card in this space now, Lisa, what we talked about. Sharing of yourself. And it says, we can't read it. I am an incredibly generous being.
Mm-hmm.
But being generous with your heart and with your caring and with your nurturing.
Exactly.
Isn't that funny? I didn't think we were going to use that card. It's out of this gateway deck.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
And they hollered at me, so it's like, okay.
Yes, there you go.
And Lisa said, you pulled those cards, keep them out. See where they come into this reading. And I'm like,
yes,
oh,
exactly.
or this session, or this get together connection. Soul Sis-Stars.
Yeah.
And,
what do you have to share, Dawn? Yeah.
And just because a person is no longer physical and on their cosmic vacation doesn't mean that you should stop reaching out to them to check on them and see how they're doing, because you know they're doing the same for you. Mm-hmm. It's just the communication style is a little bit different. No, you don't have to go all the way to the hospital to see them. You can do it instantaneously within the moment, because we both know that that's what you're doing too. Mm-hmm. And I've checked in. It's interesting because in the last week, I've had family members who've passed on check in, and I felt them. Mm-hmm. I had that moment of reminiscing, and that's how I felt it. It was a moment of reminiscing of someone who was in my life physically, who is no longer in my life physically. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that I don't carry them in my heart and cherish them and cherish those memories with them, whether they were all good or bad or not.
Right.
So it's kind of a very beautiful reminder, like during these times of change and this turnover in the physical, it's nice to remember. And yeah, it is very important to cherish who you have and who you can physically touch or not, whether it's with your voice, your eyes, your heart, your hands. It doesn't matter, because that's kind of an interesting aspect of all this social distancing, is we have to find alternative means to reach out and hug those whom we love. Because we are creatures of physical affection. We physically need the affection. And when that's missing, our hearts get sad. So that's part of the grieving process when people cross over to the cosmic vacation, is that grieving process of that tangible loss. So, and a lot of people are physically going through that tangible loss right now, and they don't know what to do with that, or how to make up for that, or how to comfort themselves in a way that they're used to.
It's true, and they have a tangible loss in so many different ways. You know, like it's just time for the transition, or some of them have been affected by the thing that has been affecting so many thousands now, and some are in the remembrance of the ones of past. But I feel like when you put a strong vibrational thought on someone, they show up with you. The energy of them starts to come from their cosmic vacation journeys, and they come over back through this way somehow to comfort you. That's right. So whether you realize it or not, when you think about someone that's already passed, or an angel or an ascended master or whoever, they come into your space energetically. It's just letting yourself recognize and identify that energy change. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff going on over here. That's all I can say.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And we all, to quote you, we all have a bunch of stuff going on in this new quietness that we've been in. A lot of us have been cleaning and purging, and not just the physical. We're looking at our emotional and our mental property that no longer serves us. I don't want to call it damaged goods. I don't want to call it baggage. It's just property, stuff that we have acquired and we're holding on to. And a lot of people are letting it go, and they're finding this new person showing up, and they need to shine their light. They need to let go of the security that our ego puts us in. You see, and thank your ego for helping you, because it's helping you survive. But sometimes when you want to be that new you, and you don't know how other people are going to accept you. You just have to say, I'm doing it for myself. Love is supporting me, and I'm going to show people my new authentic self, the one I've been hiding all this time underneath the imposter that I have been.
It's like spring cleaning. And here's this one. This one is showing up about simplify your life.
Mm-hmm.
And look at her quick brushing up all that dust and getting all that stuff out of the way. And it just says, I cherish the simple pleasures of life.
Mm-hmm.
So time to get rid of all the emotional and physical clutter in this quiet time, which you've already been doing a lot, and clutter of the static of the memories of someone that has not been good to you. It's time to let all that go.
Right.
It's not important. It's not important to hold anger or our grudge, our judgment. It's not helping you, that's for sure. And just let it simplify your life by letting go of all of that heavy, dusty, dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Okay, there's that.
Now is a key time to place acknowledgement on what is of value to you in your life. Place acknowledgement of that, because we see things that we like about ourselves and things we don't like about ourselves. And I'm not talking about just physical and mental and spiritual. I'm talking about in every avenue of every aspect of our lives. It's time to acknowledge where you're placing your value of that which is important to you in your life, and keep that which you honor about yourself, whether it's a person, a relationship, a mindset, an object.
Right.
And yeah, I love that card. That card was very precise for what's going on in these times. And it is time to honor and value that which is important to you, and to let go and bless the rest.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, very good. I was asking this morning if there was any stones or crystals that wanted to assist us in what we're becoming now. We're coming out of that quiet time. We're coming out of the reflection and the recreating, and now we're going to do that rejuvenating. We're going to start planting that seed and watering it and letting it grow. So one of the stones that showed up was carnelian. And I love carnelian. I got a couple of gorgeous pieces. I have a little carnelian rose.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And this one has some quartz inclusions in it. You can see the white lines of the quartz. And then I like to wear my beads.
Yes.
They make me feel real good when I'm in the transition time. So the message from the carnelian is to allow it to help hold your space while you're in this upheaval, while you're completing this upheaval, okay? It says carnelian is a stone of great creativity and flexibility. This potent ally stimulates and balances the sacral chakra and can bring renewed vitality and enhanced creative pleasure. Our natural curiosity is aroused through working with this crystal. Thus, our minds and hearts are directed to find solutions and opportunities. This crystal is good to have around if you are experiencing upheaval or great changes in your life. Yes.
Okay.
So let's activate all of the carnelian on earth for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring that carnelian forward.
Exactly.
Massive amounts of it.
That's right. For every space, every being on this planet and in outer space. Okay, so its vibration is a tonic for strained nerves and helps to settle fears. with this stone by your side, change becomes something to be excited about. We haven't been excited over the last 3 weeks. We have not been excited about what we're doing, but now we should, because we've cleared the space. We've gotten rid of the debris, and now we're seeing that we have all this new opportunity in front of us. So be excited about it. It's an opportunity for the new to flow into your life. The future is positive, and only the best will happen. So beautiful, beautiful card. I'm going to show it to you.
Oh, wow.
This one here, there's actually 8 beings. If you look at yourself in the center, and then there are 8 beings around this mandala that are guiding and assisting you. So,
nice.
Good. And then the other thing that I liked is the number 33.
Yeah.
Again, you know, how does 33 resonate with you? Okay. Again, when we look at numbers that are similar or the same, 3, 3, they're columns. They're columns, and you're going to pass through those columns. In your picture of her sweeping, there's columns pictured on each side of that doorway. Right? You see? Isn't that cool? So no matter what we look like or what it looks like to us, we can pass through those columns and take the step into our new reality. We're at that threshold. Now, Dawn, would you share your card?
So the card that I pulled and felt very compelled to pull was the Hierophant.
And again, see the columns in her card.
And the Hierophant is at a gateway to another world. The Hierophant exists as a great mentor or paradigm shift. Here it is, ancient cloak disguises the cosmic vessel of the universe, within which all information is contained and preserved. This teacher manifests in various forms and may appear different to each person throughout the span of their life. And the Hierophant is a catalyst for profound learning. Okay. And it also, the energy often appears when you're ready to expand your awareness or gain fresh insights, which is a form of internal change reflected outward.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Look at that crescent moon behind that head.
And this is from the Moonchild Tarot deck.
Okay. And Lisa, your card with the number 33, what deck was it from?
This is from the Crystal Overtone.
It's from that. So that's a deck of cards with that book, huh?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
So, and then inside it explains the mandala for that stone, which is really beautiful on all of them. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
So again, you may be drawn to carnelian now. If you have any carnelian in your possession, get it out and love it up. Reactivate it.
So I have a question. If you don't have carnelian,
just call upon the energy of carnelian.
And can you add it with the vibration of the color orange, deep orange?
You could, yes.
Because if you don't have the ability to go out and get carnelian and you don't have it, use that deep orange color, and then bring, like we were saying before, bring in the thought of the vibration of the energy of carnelian.
Exactly.
And that number 33. And what the Hierophant has to teach you, along with simplifying your life. And it's like, you're going to be really, really, really whammied, which is awesome. It's an awesome whammy because you'll start sitting and feeling and noticing things differently.
Right, exactly.
What were you going to say, Dawn?
If you are the kind of person who is needs tangible in order to focus, something physical, you can look at this here. You can also Google or search engine the carnelian and actually either print out a picture of it or just look at it through the illuminated screen. and use that as your focus as well. But I mean, it's not necessary, but if that's the type of person that you are and you're a beginner and you really want the tangible, you have tools out there to make it happen, because your mind is so powerful.
Exactly. And again, read up on carnelian. It has so many other beneficial things it will do for you. You see, again, helping you stand in your power, understanding your physical strength, bringing in the new and letting that be revealed. That's going to help a great deal. Great deal.
I remember a couple of years ago that Madeline, you did a healing on me with stones, and one of them was carnelian. So that you did a very wonderful stone therapy with me, and it made a big difference. It helped me shift quite a bit, ease some of my pain too.
Nice. So they told me to get a certain book earlier, which I ignored and didn't get. So I don't know if I can spot it now to get it. And hold on, y'all just talk amongst yourselves.
Good luck walking.
Oh, what did I do on it?
And I'd like to talk about the rutile, and that is in the 7. Again, I wanted to it's just bringing itself back into mind here. Good. Rutile is another one where, again, it's going to have a grounding high frequency light energy at cellular level. It is an antenna, an amplifier, accelerator, and an activator. Rutile helps one raise your antenna of psychic abilities so you can tune into other people or situations before becoming involved with them. So, again, that kind of knowledge is great, because sometimes we walk innocently into a situation, and then we are all of a sudden full of knowledge and we're running out of the situation because we just choose we're not going to be in it. Okay. So again, with the rutile, it's all chakras, and it's the storm element. So that was one that just wanted to come back into your focus again. So as you're building your skills, ask for some minor help. You know, some people, they say, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. And it's like, it's not that they can't do it. It's that they just need a boost.
So I found the book I wanted. It's this one.
Oh, there you go.
And carnelian, now they make beautiful therapeutic necklaces and stuff. And it says, if you're experiencing, carnelian is good for you. If you are experiencing lack of inspiration or enthusiasm for life, pessimism or depression, the depressive effects of a traumatic experience or loss, mental fog, low energy or sluggishness, emotional extremes, onset of an acute infectious illness, such as cold or flu, frequent flus, especially with swollen glands, any unwanted condition of the immune, endocrine, or lymphatic system, hormonal imbalance, chronic fatigue syndrome, or fibromyalgia. And carnelian is great for you if you want to experience greater optimism, vitality, and joy in living. Support your immune system, support the resolution of a hormonal imbalance, increase your mental clarity, and have extra support during a cleansing or detoxification program. And I think we're going through a cleansing and detoxification program
worldwide
now. Right now. So carnelian, Lisa, I'm so glad it spoke up for you to say, talk about me.
Yes. And thank you. That's a nice book explaining how it works.
Yeah, I love this gemstone.
I like our little books that go with the cards, but that's more in depth of what the carnelian is going to do for you.
Yeah.
So get your book up again and let's take a look at the rainbow fluorite, because the rainbow fluorite, I got my earrings on.
Okay.
And I have my beautiful piece. I have quite a number of beautiful pieces of the rainbow fluorite.
Mine's across the room.
Yes. And sometimes you can find
Okay.
some big chunks, or most of the time it's tumbled that you find it. So, but I love this. I recommend it to a lot of individuals because the one thing that I really like about this is it changes chaos into order. So when things don't make sense, like you just can't seem to get the sequence of things together, which causes, when you can't see how things are going to go, that creates you being motionless. You're frozen. You cannot do anything because you don't see the steps. And what's wonderful about the changing the chaos into order with the fluoride is that it's magic. It starts letting you see, what is my first step? You may have put your first step in number 4, and that's why you can't go anywhere, because it's out of sequence, you see. And so let the fluorite help you start this movement. So you've done all this changing, you've done all this upheaval, you've done all this reflection, and now you're just standing at that threshold waiting. Allow the fluorite to show you what the order is. Okay. Lots of other good medicinal reasons to have rainbow fluoride in your stone collection. So Madeline, can you share some of the stuff that's in the book? Is fluoride in?
Yeah, well, first off, it says purple rainbow fluoride.
There is purple in here. This one's just got the purple and the blue and the green, and there's a little fleck of yellow in there, you know, so there's so many different colors of fluoride.
And this book is talking about the purple one, and it says it's expanding consciousness. And what it says here is, if you are experiencing blocks to the expansion and development of your consciousness, any condition that is resisting the positive effects of other treatments, any unwanted condition of the nervous system, any unwanted condition of the skeletal system, including the bones, ligaments, joints, or cartilage. So with rainbow fluoride, you use it if you want to expand and develop your consciousness, heighten your spiritual experience during dreams, meditation, or in daily life, free yourself of a pattern of ill health, free yourself of a pattern of unhealthy behavior, enhance the color ray benefits of wearing a therapeutic amethyst or indigo necklace. So they're saying you can add amethyst or indigo to this purple rainbow fluoride, and everything is this intensified. How's that?
That's very good.
I love fluoride anyway. I have tons of pieces of fluoride all around. I just forget how I love collecting my stones. I mean, it's a thing. So it's kind of like I have them all, but I forget how beautiful they work for us and how powerful they are. And it's kind of like, what, I got them. They're doing their thing. No, but you need to understand what that thing is that they're doing, that you can bring them forward and bring them into your thinking, and bring them consciously into your energetic field with a purpose, with a focus, and let them really do their job for you then. Okay, that wasn't from me.
Thank you, fluoride, for channeling through Madeline.
Yes, awesome. Pretty cool. Okay.
Yes, I love it. I have the rainbow fluoride in my vehicles because, again, on the road, of course, recently it's not been bad. There's not a lot of people on the road, but it changes the chaos into order on the road as well, you know, when you're traveling. You put up your codes of protection to do the movement on the roadways and that, and then the fluoride will help move the chaos away from you. So that accident will just miss you, you know.
I've witnessed that riding with you, Lisa. When we're riding along and something is a little bit chaotic up there, you're going, where's my fluorite? Where's my fluorite? Here it is. Okay, fluorite, do your job.
Right. And we are, like, here in Denver, we have Mile High Stadium, and that is like the biggest chaotic energy center for traveling through. And you have to do this series of S's on the highway to get past Mile High Stadium. And we all say that there's brake controllers underground in the highway that makes everybody brake. You know, it just automatically makes your vehicle brake, so that we have to go slow, you know, and everybody gets through Mile High Stadium. Why do everybody slow down, right? You know, but we just feel that is, but the energy is so chaotic there. And a lot of times when we're going from my house to the fair, we have to go right through that because it is the fastest route, even if we are doing 35 miles an hour. And it's amazing because I'll set up that fluorite ahead of time to move the energy so that we can flow through there. And usually we get through at 50, 55 miles an hour. We don't have to go any faster than that, but you know, it's better than the normal 25, 35 miles an hour that we experience through that area. So again, it works great. The fluorite goes out there and it just helps everybody in front of you change the chaos into order so that they stay in their lane. They don't keep shifting lanes. They focus on driving straight, you know, which is kind of hard through an S-curve zone, you know, but you still have to drive straight in your lines. And that's what I love about this, changing the chaos into order. I take it to work with me, you know, I'll put it in my bra pocket because I just cannot stand the chaos that goes on in a retail store. And what I'm trying to do is amplify that calmness and changing the chaos so that the coworkers that I work with start moving in a flow instead of they don't know what the first step is to get something done. They can see what they have to do, but they don't get the picture of what the first step is. And that's what I love about it, you know, so I can change other people without doing anything or saying anything. The energy shifts the people and they look for the easy. They look for the flow, for moving into the flow. That's the other thing it said about the carnelian. It helps you with the flow, you see, of transitioning. So again, if you really would like a stone that does a lot for you on a daily basis, take a look at that fluorite. Again, there's different colors and everything. I like to get the rainbow because then I get all of them all wrapped up into one. So
just imagine how awesome that's going to be when you put your carnelian and your rainbow fluorite together.
Yes, exactly.
Wonder what you can create. Wonder what new avenues will be open to you. What things that you didn't really look at before start to show up in a way to benefit you.
Exactly. And if you can calm down your ego, you know, that lovely little part of you that keeps you safe and that keeps you from moving forward, if you can get that to be calm and see the flow, then you'll be a lot better off because then you can step out and say, this is who I am, world, now. I've come out of my quiet cave, my quiet zone, and I'm going to show you who I really am now. And what we're going to do is we're going to be eyes opened and seeing the newness of other people as well. And as we offer them the acceptance to being the new person that they have regenerated and recreated and remembered who they are, they're going to be accepting of us as well and treasure our new gifts that we're sharing with everyone. Let it be a treasure. So, Dawn, what would you like to add?
I think that was very well put. It's nice to be able, it is easier to function in a world when you can see that in other people and you accept that within yourself, that treasuring of a new perspective. So yeah, if you can utilize the intention and properties of these amazing earth gifts, you know, why not? why not? I've been sitting here feeling so much just loving energy and peacefulness, and I've just been sitting here letting it flow out, because it's kind of just a very gentle and loving support system on the undercurrent of the subconscious. It's very nice, very lovely, and I know that these beautiful stones have a lot to do with that.
And so here's this card. Opening to love. Isn't that interesting? Opening to love. My heart is open.
I didn't even know you had that card consciously.
It was one of the 4 that showed up. It's like,
I don't think I'm going to use these cards.
Sure. I'm not going to use them. I'm going to put them back. And Lisa says, don't put them back. Just wait.
Right before we were on the call, all of our energies shifted in different directions, and I said, I feel like I'm the ocean, and I feel like I'm just pouring and reaching out and touching everything, and that's what that card just reminded me too. Is the heart is sitting on the ocean.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like your card, Dawn, because I feel like I can be right behind that person and just give them that little shove right through the gateway. You know.
Show your card.
Lead the way.
Oh, oops, sorry, Kitty.
Lead the way.
Show that card.
Yeah, that's right. Just help them get through that gateway.
Look at all the stones.
Can you get it closer in the section so we can actually see everything that's going on there?
I've got a really interesting light patterns coming through, so I'm not sure how well. It's a very dark blue card too.
I love the stones in there. I thought there were stones down there, but I couldn't really tell for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know, and again, having beautiful pieces of rose quartz. You don't have to have anything this big, but whatever you can.
Well, why not?
Little pieces of. That's right. Yeah, exactly. And
now we're going to the rose quartz, which is about love, isn't it?
It is, and then the black tourmaline. This one's a rough cut black tourmaline. Again, this is going to repel negative energy. Okay. Going to move it out of your space. So again, if you're having difficulty, as I have witnessed, everybody's having difficulty being with each other. You know, family members are overwhelmed because they're with each other too much. You know, again, letting the negativity go and pushing it away. The rose quartz creating the love energy so that you can have a balanced environment to reside in with the other people in your family. So I reactivated my rose quartz to my newest frequency. I took it out to the vortex and asked it to go ahead and rekindle the what's good. Oversoul energy to come to me, and that's what I wanted, because we were seeing the imbalance here, and I wanted to create it. So the animals let me know that there was an out of balance, and we recreated the new balance. What'd you find?
Fluorite.
Ooh, wow! Look at that spear.
Awesome piece of fluorite.
I got this in Colorado, by the way.
Yeah.
It's very green, but you can see the chevrons with colors on the interior, but it's very green, very, very green. And then my rose quartz egg with lots of rainbows in it. They were yelling at me, so I was like, okay, I'll go get you.
Yes.
And then I realized my carnelian.
Look at that.
Look at that one.
I got this in
What does that look like?
Yes, there you go. I know. And again,
in person, it's very bright orange and reds and pinks.
Yes.
Very bright. In the screen, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Very beautiful piece. I love the heart aspect of it. Yeah. When I found mine, I was so drawn to the petals, the opening up of the bud. That's why I was really drawn to it.
Can you put that closer to the camera too and kind of show it around on the edges? And
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
This one here, you know, I love your piece, Dawn, because it has a lot of quartz inclusions in it, you know. And then this one actually had actual lines of quartz in it, you know.
Man.
They're very malachite-ish, very like malachite, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The lines are very clean, very sharp,
Yes.
very intended.
Right. But I like this one because of the opening of the flower. Be the flower. Open up. Yeah, so,
So pretty.
beautiful.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
And my carnelians are spherical beads for a necklace to wear it so the energy goes in through your body.
Mhm.
I'm going to get them out and put them on today.
Yes, exactly. I'm wearing my little bracelet. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know. Going
Lots
next.
of good friends and allies join us today.
Well, and with the rose
Lots of
quartz, they're talking about the power of the amethyst also.
Yes.
And here is the receiving from angels, and she's in an amethyst color wings, heart-shaped wings, and it says, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love, which goes back to opening of love and being supported and sharing yourself in beautiful, simple ways. This is a simple way to be loving. Just feel that energy and send it out from your heart center to the planet, to everyone that's on the planet, everything that's in the planet, all of the different kingdoms, the mineral kingdoms, the elemental kingdoms, and all of the different star beings that have been surfacing a lot to help us, unseen mostly, and a lot of the beautiful energy that's coming from the different planetary systems that is working to help Mother Earth right now in her time of transition. So it's important to be sharing the love energy, work with these beautiful spirits of this energies of these stones and crystals. They were gifts to you that are occupying this place on the planet of Mother Earth at the time for you to utilize when the time is important. The time is important. So we are glad to share this information with everyone and are happy that you are listening and will utilize it. It just will assist you in your human form. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you, dear ones. Not sure who that was.
That was just, I just felt it was just a beautiful collection of our guardians and our ascended masters.
All right.
I am so in love with all of the stuff that I'm reading about the changes that are happening because humans are not making such a big footprint any longer. The oceans are turning more clean. The animals are coming out that have been hidden away because unfortunately the humans have encroached upon them. Again, just watching the newness happen because we're at home and so we're not affecting the environment as much or the animal population. And we're learning differently how to do things. I love the new adopt a dog on the computer thing, you know. So I was real upset when everybody was surrendering their dogs when this first started and their fur babies because they panicked. And now these animals are getting brand new loving homes through the internet, you know, which is great. And then I love to see that the beaches are cleaning up, that sea life is actually approaching land differently now because the human footprint is not there to encroach upon them. I know it's going to be taken back from these creatures, but hopefully with a different mindset and a different way of being with the ocean and the beach and the mountains and the lakes, you know, just being different with them now.
Are you ready for this one that just has been screaming at me?
Yes. Emerging
into grace.
Mm.
I open my soul to grace. Look at that water.
Yes.
Look at that heart-shaped face of the lady there. Emerging into grace. There's so much there. And it's back to recognizing, again, cherish those pleasures of life. And as the guides just said, these have all been gifted to you. All of these beautiful stones, all of the beautiful elementals, all of the waters, the planet has been gifted to humanity. And humanity had to take they had to have a timeout. Yeah. And sit in the corner with their little dunce cap on for a while until they decided to act right. And we'll see who wants to come out of the corner and act right. We hope everyone emerges into grace because it's time.
Yes, it is.
It's time. Whoa. And that's something.
So a reflection of the internal to the external world is seeing the oceans clear and the skies clear and the animals come out, and the reemergence of the natural state of beauty that is to be, and it's designed to be, and the gift of to be. We individuals have chosen to spend our lives in a very chaotic manner. And since we have all stilled and slowed down, it's allowing that sediment in the water to settle and for us to be able to see clearly. So stillness is a gift as well, because it's when you're stillest, you can hear the most, you can see the most, you can experience the most. So it's kind of beautiful to acknowledge that in such great times of turmoil and unsettling, the way people have responded is to become still. And that hesitation into what to do next is that breath before the inhalation or exhalation. So when you take a jar of muddy water and you spin it around in circles, you can't see anything. But when you let it rest on the counter, it'll settle. Just as the turmoil within will settle. And you will be able to see a path that's clear before you. So the earth is just reflecting what's going on within. And then hoping that you will be able to see your individual beauty. You'll be able to see your individual gifts to humanity and to the earth herself. And yes, you will behave right when you come back into intermingling with others in society. So it's a beautiful gift. The stillness, this observation, this picking and choosing what you want to pick back up or not.
And I think some people don't even realize that they were choosing to be busy, to be rushed, to be here, and go there.
Distracted.
It's when you're in the middle of it, it's kind of like you can't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
You don't realize that you're choosing that. You're choosing to jump. And again, somebody says jump this high, so you jump higher and higher and higher because you're choosing to be busy, because it stops you from being quiet and reflecting what's going on inside of you. When you're busy, you don't have to look at, oh, maybe something within me I need to shine the light on and see about doing something different there. And even in this time of work from home or stay at home, a lot of people still have the full-on job that they work 90 to nothing hours after hours from home. So nothing really has changed for their workload necessarily, just they haven't gone out of the house to do it. So still they're in this busy spin-up stuff. And it's like, please take a minute. Please take a minute and simplify what's going on with you. Let yourself be open to love and allow that emergence into grace. Realize that you're choosing that busyness. And if you would choose to let some of that busyness go, just a little bit, then you can choose to take those deep breaths in and enjoy this wonderful space that we're in. Receive the love that's being massively energetically sent to you from our beautiful beings of light. Okay. I think that was all of that part. Wow. All righty then.
One of the paths of intention that I've had this last week, and learning lessons for my personal self in this human walk that I'm having, was nourishment. Taking the time to nourish myself, realizing that it's not just nourishing my current self, but it's nourishing those memories of my old self that I used to fight against or flail against or be disappointed in. And really nourishing myself, looking my old self in the face instead of getting angry and saying, I love you. How can I help you? How can I nourish you? How can I give you love right now? What is it that you're telling me that's supposed to help me on my path now? And that's come up in quite a few really gorgeous conversations with people this last week. And I've mentioned that on other places as well. But that's my key lesson for this week has been nourish me first. Take the time to love myself first. To put myself on the top first action of the list of the day. To nourish me first. And experiencing it this week, I just want to offer the opportunity for each of you to have that gift and acknowledgement and focus for the week to come. Nourish yourself first.
It's very important, and it's not being selfish. It's helping you to keep your pieces of your trueness together so that you can share yourself through love for others. But if you can't nourish yourself first, you can't nourish anything else either, because a vital part is missing. How to actually nourish, learning how to nourish yourself. Then you can nourish like you need to. Love yourself. Love is the key to the whole universe. It's important. Love yourself in many different ways. There are many different ways to love yourself. Let me rephrase that. They corrected me. I understood what I said, but they said they're not going to understand what you said. So, okay. There we go. Wow, awesome. So, and don't forget your Super 7. Super 7, Super 7, Super 7. Gotta love some Super 7.
Explain what Super 7 is, because I know what it is. I don't have any Super 7, but I know what it is.
Okay, Lisa, over to you, Miss Super 7 Queen.
Yeah, Super 7 is a crystal that has 7 different crystals in the matrix. So they called it Super 7. And some other people went and put a name on it, but we don't allow their name to be on it because we just call it Super 7. So, and it has the 7 different elements of it is amethyst, smoky quartz, the rutile, quartz, geothite, lepidocrocite, and cacoaxonite. Those are the 7 elements.
Nice. Nice.
And again, it's just amazing. Because most of those 7 elements all you know, like, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 of them all resonate with all your chakras. Yeah. Super 7 is resonates with all elements and all planets, all chakras, all zodiac signs, and all numbers. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece.
There you do. You got it all in one right there.
Exactly. If you really want to do a lot of ascension work and have the protection you need, the amplification that you need, this is a beautiful stone to have with you. Okay. And then what's very interesting about 7 is that you don't get to pick your stone. A stone chooses you. And that's what's amazing about it. So it'll resonate with you. And again, I got 30 pieces right here sitting in a jar, beautiful glass jar, and I could put them out on the table, take a picture, show you the picture, and your 7 will pick you out of the lineup. So I've done numbers of workshops. We've had so many 7s sitting on the table, and it's been amazing how the people actually did say it did pick me. It wasn't the one my eye wanted. The 7 picked me.
It's the one my heart went to.
Yes, exactly. And that's what's really absolutely amazing about this stone is that it says, I will do what you need on your ascension path. So, and it's resonating with you. So very cool. So there's no reason to pick it because it has beautiful chevrons in it, or it's the perfect shape, or whatever. It works amazingly. So. And I have a lot of pieces that aren't tumbled, you know, because I wanted it in the raw. Yeah. There are slices out there. There's beautiful slices.
They're like this, right? In the raw.
Yes, that's the raw piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very beautiful.
And these are 2 different sizes. This is a larger one. This is the smaller one. But they're all in the raw.
And even if you don't see, right, that's right, yes. And even if you don't see, like you don't see a lot of the rust color in Adeline's small piece, it doesn't matter. The element and the energy are in that stone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Maybe one day you should take a picture of all of them with a number by it, and we'll put it out here. With one of our cards and with one of our videos and see.
Yeah, see if any of
somebody's connecting with one of them. They can reach out to you to see how to get it from you. How's that?
That sounds good.
Okay. Does anybody else have? I just love this emerging into grace. Like this is what we're doing right now. We're letting go of so much of our anger. We're letting go of so much of our busyness. We're letting go of so much of our stuff that's been collecting dust for us for so long, and things that we feel like, oh, we needed to do, but we could never get back to that. It's happening. It's happening, or at least you're getting a clear direction of what it is you want to tackle next, because you're not rushed knowing I got to go out the door this very next second.
Exactly.
I do know this is coming to an end though, so.
One of the things that I noticed too is people are discovering that they no longer need the energy of entitlement. They're entitled to this, they're entitled to that. As we shift that ego back into its small little tiny position that it should be in, and we understand what it's doing for us and what it's not doing for us, we're understanding that we're entitled only to developing ourselves and being in the moment with other beings and the universe and earth. So I really love that. And I think we're going to see a lot of new, they call it green ways of living when we get through this virus epidemic over with. We're going to see a lot of new ways of being because we've discovered that we're not entitled any longer. And we don't want to hold that energy any longer. We want to be a partner with Earth. We want to be a partner with the universe.
Nice.
full
Good.
beings.
I like that.
Yes, I do too.
Okay, everyone.
Mhm.
Those are great closing words, actually. So we will finish for today.
Mhm.
Glad everyone could be here. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, awesome, beautiful beings of light that are showing up. And our beautiful crystals and stones. The angels said, don't forget, we are here. We're here.
Right. Mhm.
So, and remember to love your fur babies.
That's right.
And the
Yep.
birds, if you notice the birds, they're really extra chatty.
Oh, these definitely are, yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go out there all the time. It's like, what is up with you guys? They're just on and on, and they're flying so low. It's like they're almost going to fly into my back door. I'm like, okay, hello to you too.
Mhm.
So they are super chatty.
Mhm.
So be grateful for the time you have now.
Exactly.
It's like, love your life, love yourself, love your body,
Yes.
and love this planet and this universe that we're part of.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone. I love you guys.
Thank you for joining us today.
Big hugs.
Awesome. I'm going to end the recording now. Yay.